Hey, what's up guys? Ken here from the Retro Toy Escapades channel in Malaysia. So in my last video, I did a carton unboxing of the new Masters of the Universe Origins Wave 4 set of figures. Yup, I showed you guys all the good stuff inside the original carton box. But now it's time to get into reviewing the figures individually. And first up is TRI-KLOPS. Now, the packaging sets his character trait as being evil and sees everything. Well, you're going to get to see everything too once we get this guy out. First, just a look at the back of the packaging card. Now, as always, this is where you always get an amazing art panel depicting the character in action. Here we find TRI-KLOPS really laying waste to He-Man and Battle-Cat, blasting them mercilessly. Now, also interesting is the glimpse of characters that we haven't seen in the line yet, but who are definitely on their way, like the Bird Warriors Zoa and Screech here. They're joining the battle too. Now, over at the bottom, we have more art panels showing what TRI-KLOPS can do. And there's a cross-sell section here where we see the rest of the figures in the wave. Now, just to add, He-Man and Skeletor are not part of this wave, but I guess they had to put their faces somewhere on the card to remind everyone that the main conflict in Masters of the Universe revolves around them. Okay, that's it guys. He ain't waiting no more. He wants out. So let's get TRI-KLOPS out of his plastic prison and review him. Now, one thing I really like about the packaging card is that they include this small opening at the bottom for you to get into the figures. Basically, you just work your fingers through all along the sides of the glued plastic edges, and you pretty much get to remove the contents and the interior tray holding the figure neatly. Almost there. Almost there. There you go. Okay, he's out. Okay, once you're done, you still have the main outer plastic bubble intact. And this is great in case you want to have the figures placed back inside for display. You see how everything's still intact? Yeah, man. That's great. Okay, here's something new. We actually get an extra instructional sheet for the first time that tells you that all the parts on the figure can be removed and swapped around. This is the first time I think Mattel has included this statement on the Origins toys. Maybe they felt that people would be afraid to unplug the parts and swap them around if it wasn't mentioned clearly. Well, there you have it. So start swapping those parts around. Okay, let's see here. Now, we also get a brand new mini comic titled Sneak Attack. Great shot here of Ninja in action on the cover. Now, you know, these mini comics, they're not only nostalgic, but they're also very well produced with solid art and colors. Definitely not something that was rushed together just for the hell of it. And you see how all the major characters in this wave actually make an appearance in the comic. So yeah, these are definitely worth collecting. I can't wait to see what else Mattel has got in store for us. Okay, so now we've got TRI-KLOPS freed up of everything. Let's get a good look at him. Now this expression here with his teeth exposed, this is something new for the character. I don't recall ever seeing an action figure version of TRI-KLOPS looking this mean and angry. And they pulled it off too. This looks great. You know, he looks like he's really out for blood, like Steven Seagal or something. Out for vengeance against some Masters of the Universe. Now, as usual, the basic body mold is the same as everything we've seen before, but the armor design is all new and the colors are really bright. As expected, there's no weathering or detailing on the armor, It's almost as though TRI-KLOPS here hasn't seen a day in combat. But this is the clean look that we're used to, and it looks great for this line. Also interesting is the different way the straps are tucked in the back. And we have a slot up here for where you can park his huge and long green sword. There you go. And we'll just park it right in the back there. Slots right in. Okay. He's in position to start a fight. Now, the main gimmick with this figure, and with all versions of TRI-KLOPS, is that he has 3 different sets of eyes, which you can rotate about through this dial at the top of his head. Now, the eyes all have very nice detailing and very distinct expressions for each of them. The question is, which eye is your favorite? Now, this one is my favorite. Yeah. Of course, if you think that TRI-KLOPS is giving you the evil eye, or you don't like the way that he's looking at you, well, you can just pop his head right off. There you go. Problem solved. Now, just for nostalgia's sake, I brought a few other versions of TRI-KLOPS that I have in my collection. First up is the 2002 version. Now, these figures were known for their more modern and detailed interpretation of the Master's toys. If you collected these, or are planning to collect them, there is one very vital item that you will need to go along with your collection, and that is super glue. That's right, you're gonna need a lot of super glue, because these figures, they remind me a lot of the McFarlane toy stuff from the 90s. They were brittle, and a lot of their parts would break off easily from play. In fact, the head on TRI-KLOPS here broke off just as soon as I took him out of the package, and it broke off at a cut joint, so I had to glue it back. Now, you probably can't see where it was done because I did it like a pro. Yeah, but yes, these figures, they look pretty good on display, but that's where they're meant to be mostly. Okay, so if you play with them, get ready to glue them. Okay, also here is the original TRI-KLOPS figure from 1984. Now, I've had this for many years now. Not since I was a kid, but no, from a couple of years after I started working, after I got my own credit card, and after I discovered eBay. Now, this version is still a favorite of mine. You see how it has everything the Origins figures has in terms of basic detailing and functions. I mean, you can't pull it apart and put it back together again, but you do have some classic features like the waist twist and power punch action. Yeah, look at that. And I also really like how the expression on this guy is very subdued. He's deadly and menacing, but he's also really calm about it. He doesn't have to expose his teeth just to get his point across. Okay, so that's the video, guys. Now, I wanted to dedicate this review to one of my toy reviewer heroes on YouTube, Pixel Dan. Me and my son follow Pixel Dan's channel a lot, and I know that he's a huge Masters of the Universe fan. And I haven't really done a lot of He-Man videos so far on this channel, but his Masters of the Universe reviews and coverage have inspired me to do so. So thanks for the great work that you do, Dan, and I hope that somehow you get the chance to check out this video and let me know how I did. So in wrapping things up, I have to say that TRI-KLOPS here is definitely a recommend. He's got enough going on to differentiate him from other versions that we've seen so far, especially with that snarling, teeth-exposed look. Now let me know what you think of him in the comments. Let me know what you think of this video. And of course, if you enjoy the content, do support me by sharing this video out and subscribing to the channel so that I can bring you more, so much more. Okay, thanks guys. I'll catch all of you again real soon.